Hello, fuckos, and welcome to this episode 24 of the Chris Hunter Comedy Podcast with me, Chris Hunter. Hello, how the devil are you? How you doing? Are you alright? I hope you've had a nice week. I've had a pretty good week this week. I went to the cafe at the end of the universe, as usual, like I do every goddamn Saturday pretty much. And this week's burger was a strange one. I liked it, but it was a strange one for me. I think it was called the Forrest Gump burger. And it had on it pulled pork and big old shrimpy prawn things. What are they called? King prawn, I think it was. And you know what? Prawns, they're one of those things where I never order them, but I do like them. You know what I mean? Like, I'll never actively choose them. But if they're there, I will enjoy them once they are there. And I don't understand why that is. I think I'm going to try and actively have them more often so I can get around that, because it seems like I'm missing out on a pretty damn good food. But yeah, it was tasty as hell. I actually didn't finish mine this week though, because I've kind of gone off pulled pork over the years. The flavour just gets to me after a while. I'm like, oh, this is so porky. You know what I mean? It sounds stupid saying that because it is pork. But I mean, like, I don't know. I guess I'm just more of a fan of beef than I am of pork. But you know what? This isn't the Beef or Pork podcast. This is a comedy podcast. Not that I say anything funny at any points ever. But you know what? Fuck it. I just talk. You guys listen. Sometimes you do. Sometimes you don't. I don't mind, but the point is I get to have a little chitty chat to somebody who isn't me, even though ironically it is me. But you know what I mean. Shut up, Chris. Okay. Yeah, I've been busy this week. We split the study. You know, the room that I use to do all my work, and we use it to stream in. We've decided to split into two rooms. So now the retro room has been absorbed into the streaming room, and now I have got my old study space back for just my work, which is great because it means that when we're playing together on games like Overwatch and stuff like that, we don't get that annoying ass echo on the mics, because in the past we get that a lot and it's really hard to deal with, and the only way to fix it is to get more expensive mics, and at the moment we can't afford that. So what we did instead is we moved rooms. So now our computers are completely separate, but that also means that whilst Charlie is streaming her stuff, I can be recording my podcast in here. Ha 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 ha. So that should help with any of the gaps in the schedule. You know, whenever I say can't do podcast this week, it's usually because something's happened or time's run out or something. I've missed my slot and I can't do it. But anyway, yeah, so I've been busy doing that, and it's been knackering, especially since I've got a really bad wrist this week. I don't know if any of you guys get this. You get like a carpal tunnel repetitive strain injury type situation on your wrist. I get it every now and again. It's not very often, but when it does happen, it hurts like a fecker for a few days. I have to rest it up and then it's fine. But I kind of rested it up. I was close to having it fully back to normal, and then I accidentally put all my weight on it to get up, and it was straight back a week. Straight back a whole week in progress of it healing. So I've now got a wrist strap on and I'm waiting for it to get better again, which is yay. Let's get it better. But yeah, so I've been doing that. And part of moving the studios around meant that I had to build one of the biggest desks I've ever seen. Charlie picked it from IKEA. I think it's called Fred or something like that. Freddie, I don't know. But it's a bloody massive desk. It's a beautiful desk. I'm very jealous of it. I kind of want one myself now. But it's fantastic. But it was a heavy motherfucker. We had to build it downstairs because it was too big to build upstairs. But then we had the issue of not being able to get it up here. So we kind of half half demolished it to then take it up to then rebuild the bit that we could fit in upstairs. And I know that's not very interesting to hear, but I'm just telling you what happened. Yeah, so that was fun. That was a good time. She also got some lights for under her desk because she's a cool kid. She likes her lights. We were... excuse me. The company I work for was approached to be part of a charity gaming tournament. How cool is that? Because some of you may know, some of you may not. I work at a game studio. I won't say which one right now, but I work at a game studio, and we got an email from a company who was doing a charity PUBG tournament. This is PlayerUnknown's Battlegrounds tournament. And would there be anybody in our company interested in competing? And of course I said yes, because I love that game. I'm not particularly good at it, but I love the game nonetheless. So I put my name forwards, and I've been placed on the second team, should two teams be allowed. But it'll be really cool. I can't give that much info on it right now because I don't know what I can and can't say. But closer to the time, I'll give you guys some dates, some information, who else might be involved. I do know a few names that are potentially involved. But again, I don't know what I can say right now, so I'm not going to say anything just to be safe. But listen to this space, because you'll see soon, if it goes well, there will be a Just Giving page made up for the team, and I would like you guys, if you don't mind, to slip in a quid or two. But like I said, I'll speak about it closer to the time, because for now I can't say that much about it. I just brought it up because it happened recently, and I wanted to share my excitement, because I'm very excited about that. I've not played PUBG for ages properly, and I played yesterday for the first time in a while, and I got to number 4, which I'm quite happy about, because you start with 100, so it's pretty good. What happened? Oh, this weekend I went in a car to London, right? Those of you who know me know that is a fecking big deal. I don't travel well in cars. I've not since I was a kid, and I always try and avoid it as much as possible. But we went to the Harry Potter tour in Leavesden Studios in London, and the only way we could go this time round was by car. So that's what we did. Me, my other half, her dad, and her nephew all went to this thing, and it was great. It was a good time. Luckily, the journey going there went really quick. The journey coming back felt quite a bit slower, but to be fair, that was because when we got to London, it was 32 degrees. I mean, holy shit, it was hot. So when we got back to the car, that meant that it was a freaking oven in there. So it took a while to cool down. When you're just hot and you want to be at home, and you're like, I just want to go to sleep or go home. Your time just seems to stand still. And I think that's pretty much what happened then, It was too hot. But you know what, we had some nice food on the way back and stuff like that. We had a few stops at service stations to cool off for a minute, and it was nice. So overall, I would probably do it again. Not very soon, but I would do it again at some point, I'm sure. But yeah, that was nice. I've been playing some more Overwatch on the PC. I'm trying to get back into that. I would like to get an Overwatch team together at some point, which we've been in discussions with me and Charlie, with Bazooka, to try and do one for them at some point once they get the digital side of stuff active as well. Trying to get some of our other streamer friends involved. That'd be awesome. But we've also been watching the Overwatch League. It's the inaugural season of the official Overwatch League. It's in week 4 at the moment, and any of you Brits out there, you need to be supporting the London Spitfires. That's the English team. They're not doing great. Excuse me. They're not doing great. But you know what? They're not doing bad either. They're sort of mid-table. So let's keep some support going for them. The London Spitfires. Everybody, go watch it. Overwatch League, London Spitfire. So yeah, I've been playing some more Overwatch myself. I'm doing okay with it. I've been trying to play about a bit with different characters, see how I get on with them. But yeah, like I said, it'd be nice to get a team together. But I don't know. One day maybe. It would be. I like the idea of playing games competitively. I've always liked that idea. I've just never been able to, if you know what I mean. I've never had access to that. But now we live in an age where it's so easy to be a part of something like a tournament. Not easy, but it's easier than it used to be. Like in the past, you would have had to travel down to London or somewhere, all have like a big LAN connection and play there, and it's can't be arsed. Whereas here, it's like turn the computer on, hey look, a tournament, and off you go. So that would be very nice. Anyway, I'll be back in a moment after a message from our sponsors. The finest literature since Dickens, Sir Charles Winstable III Esquire has written the ultimate tale of life in a British manor house. Captain Poopybutts Magoo Goes on an Adventure is the story of an author slowly losing his mind when his family's fortunes get blown on court costs for aggressive sexual advance lawsuits. A must read, says the Daily Telegraph. Available now in all good corgi breeders. Alright, you've had your chuckles. Now to the real sponsors. So, do you guys like video games, board games, or card games? Do you like geek culture and you want to hang out with other people who share the same passions? Well, if you live near St Helens or the surrounding areas, then you're in luck, because Barzookoid is a brand new geek and gaming lounge located in St Helens Town Centre on Clawton Street. They've got everything that your geeky little heart could ever desire. There's games, food, drinks, events, you name it, they've probably got it. So, head on down to Barzookoid and have yourself some fun out of the sun. Okay, what else have I been up to? I watched listened to a radio interview with my brother yesterday on the radio. He was on Radio City Talk, which I think is 105.4. No, that's probably not right. Anyway, he was on that, and it was really good. He did an interview. Turned out there was a video of it as well on YouTube, so that will be on his Twitter, which I will give you shortly, because I'm going to make Jack my recommendation of this week. So yeah, I've also been listening to some more of my Japanese learning stuff. The Michelle Thomas method is one I think I've talked about before. It's really cool because it's like a CD series where not sponsored by the way. It's a CD series where there's one teacher and there's two students who've never tried to learn the language before. And the point is that you're not supposed to try and remember anything. It's down to the teacher to help you remember it. So you don't take notes, you don't do any of that stuff, you just say back what they say to you. And you know what? It works. It's one of the very few things I've found actually does work for me. So that's nice. So I've been doing that. I'm now the furthest I've ever been on it, and it's great because it's actually starting to sink in. I feel like I'm starting to learn the language. I feel like this is the time that I will be successful. I have to know Japanese within 2 years. So this is how you do it. This is how we do it. But so don't let me get distracted. You know what I mean? I need to learn it. So yeah, that's what I'm going to be doing. Speaking of Japanese word of the week. Let's see, what's it going to be? I didn't write one down this week. I got asked one the other day on our Discord. What's the Japanese word for love? That's ai. That's ai. A-I. Ai. I've probably said that one before. But you know what? What do you care? You're not going to use it. I is love. But anyway, this week's recommendation, as I brushed over a few moments ago, is my brother Jack Hunter Spivey. He is a Paralympian. He's a motivational speaker. He's a freaking wizard. I don't know how he does what he does. And he's a mental health advocate as well, which is fantastic. I'm so proud of him. So, like I said, his name's Jack Hunter Spivey. You can find him on Twitter with the blue tick, might I add. Yeah, oh yeah. I'm rolling with the high rollers. Blue tick, bitches. It is at JackHSTT. That's JackHSTT. Go on his Twitter. You'll see there's a link to the interview we just gave. There's a video to that on YouTube as well. And yeah, I couldn't be prouder of him. I know he's listening now, so hello, Jack. Hi, Lucy. And thank you guys for listening. And yeah, I couldn't be prouder. I've probably mentioned him before a lot, but still, you know what? You gotta show appreciation for what you love and appreciate more often. I don't think enough people do that. So that's what I'm doing right now. I'm showing my appreciation to my brother. Love you, matey. I miss it when you're not here, and I like it when you are here. So there we go. That's this week's recommendations. And remember, guys, if you've got any questions that you want to ask me, or any kind of queries you want to leave, or what my thoughts are on things, then you feel free to. You can find me at any of my social media outlets. I'm on Facebook, facebook.com/Chris Hunter Comedy. I'm on Twitter at Chris Hunter Com, short for comedy. I'm on Instagram, Chris Hunter Comedy, and I am on the YouTube's Chris Hunter Comedy. Nice and easy. Same on all of them. So don't forget, if you like what you heard, do me a favour, just do it. Give it a quick rate or subscribe on iTunes. You know what, if you don't like it, give it a low rating. I just appreciate the fact that you guys are getting involved. So thanks a lot for listening. I will see y'all next week. Bye bye now.